Thank you. I will try to be brief and just focus my comments on some constituent services issues that are raised. ABC 13 recently had a story about an ongoing water leak in West Chase. I want to let residents know that called it into our office and to 311 that this has been routed up and will be resolved. The initial protocol is 10 days, so allow us 10 to 14 days to come back with the solution on how we resolve that water leak. In addition to that, I want to shout out Schlumberger, SLB, formerly known as Schlumberger, for their 4-year commitment and partnership in District F, for their Loving on Your Seniors. It's been an incredible partnership that has continued to grow over the 4 years. Every February, their Black Employee Network and others join to provide baskets to the Piney Point community in partnership with Cigna and other partners. So I just want to thank them for their work. And speaking about Piney Point, we will be at the Planning Commission meeting on Thursday, February 22nd, to talk about a single-family replat that's on the agenda that what we interpret as problematic to preserving the housing inventory in that community, in addition to the cultural and heritage, as they are a conservation district. I also want to raise some information and some helpful talking points due to the recent notification of the Houston Housing Authority and the pause on housing vouchers. And I think that it's easy to, click on something on social media, but just to paint the picture of what's happening in the market. One of the reasons why the city of Houston was on the New York Times is because of our housing first model and what we've been able to do with the unhoused population. Most of that is because of the contribution of the Housing Authority and those vouchers. And so when we're looking at an average tenant of an $11,000 income and their contribution is 30% and the market continues to increase, that puts a drain on the financial resources of the agency. Also, HUD has not increased their allotment in the last few years. So I'm asking our federal delegation, Mayor Whitmire, if you can continue to lend your voice to the federal delegation that they encourage HUD to deeply invest in increasing the allocation for the HUD vouchers, because as we all know, we have over 40,000 Houstonians that are on a waiting list. Also in context, we had over 86,000 individuals in Harris County apply for the income-based program. So that should give you context to the individuals in our city and county that are in deep need for some type of rent support outside of a pandemic. So I think educating ourselves, talking more about the crisis that we are potentially facing around homelessness, because I want to recall in 2021 when we had high need of occupancy in our multifamily developments. We were in the middle of a pandemic, evictions. Landlords were working with us to make sure that individuals were secure through permanent supportive housing or leasing a unit. And we were able to negotiate wonderful rent, $700, $600. Those leases are now expiring, and landlords are no longer obligated to accept a voucher. That's something that the state legislature would need to address. But I just wanted to address that because I know there was a lot of conversation about what was happening, and I want to share what is happening. Lastly, next week, I will be at the Alief Super Neighborhood Council. I want to encourage residents in the community to join this meeting on Tuesday, February 27th. We will have the CEO of the Coalition of Housing and a representative from Precinct 4 talking about homeless work. I will be there updating on the citywide encampment strategy, particularly what that means in District F on the west side. We have a lot of information to share. I want to encourage you to get there. If my office can serve you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out at 832-393-3002. Thank you.
Very good. Council.